How's it going, guys? It's your boy Kamon. That's dang big, guys, my favorite deck. If you guys know, I know most of y'all know me as the Sword Soul guy, but for those who know, my favorite deck is Synchron's, and the best variant of Synchron is Adventure Synchron. So this version is kind of expensive, but it is the best version to actually play if you want to be very competitive with this deck. So I was actually scouting some profiles because, like, even like before I do a profile on like a deck that I know, like, you know, like the back of my hand, I always look at other profiles just in case I see some like spice or some like sauce or whatever. And I saw one profile specifically where he was running a lot of good cards, right? And I'm just like, okay, this stuff makes sense. And then like the problem with this deck, right? Like, it's good, like the mixtures of cards are very, very good, but the dead hands are crazy, bro. You get so much like, I have all these tuners in my hand, or no tuners, I can't, you know what I mean? It's so stupid. But I decided to actually make this a 50 card list. Now I know that sounds crazy, but like, yo, we were playtesting literally all day yesterday, like legit, like me and Max. It's crazy. It's so good, bro. I don't know what it is, but it's so good. Let's go right into it. I'm gonna show you guys the main and extra deck, and I like it so much I might bring this to a Philly. I just might. No side deck, just, you know, I want to keep it a secret if I do bring this to Philly, so people do watch my stuff. So yeah, this might come. Now there are 3 cards in here where I'm kind of on the fence about, but in theory it does make sense. Now when I was playtesting with Max, I didn't actually have this card in here before. It was more hand shots, but now I kind of cut down on that and put these other cards in here. But in theory, it makes more sense, so like I don't brick as often, and like you can still combo through a lot of stuff. So I think it's still good. Anyway, so for tuners, 2 Stardust Synchron, 2 Revolution Synchron, 2 Jet Synchron, and then the 1 Assault Synchron. That's it for the Synchron monster. This is all you need. My personal opinion, for me personally, I don't like running 3 Jet Synchron. I think 2 is just fine, bro, because you don't want to clog on this card. You know what I mean? You can always get to it. You can always see it. You can always summon it for free. It's fine, bro. Just having these in here is perfectly fine for me. So just these are phenomenal right here. 2, 2, 2, 1. You don't need more than 1 Assault Synchron. And Assault Synchron is actually one of the most important. Actually, they're all very important. So yeah, just 2 and 1, that's about it. That's all you need. Again, if you want to run 3 Jet Synchron, go ahead. But me personally, I think 2 is just fine. I don't think I need 3, bro. I think 2 is just fine. Now for the non-Synchrons, for the non-tuners, but the Synchron friends, we are running 1 Trail, obviously, and then we are running 1 Junk Savant. Junk Savant comes up way too much actually to take it out. This is kind of how you can cheat out Speeder if need be. You know what I mean? Because it's a free level 4 that you can search for, which you can summon for free. You know what I mean? It's one of the, like, there's certain combos, which I'll probably show you guys. I'll show you guys the like 1 combo I do have. It's super easy. You can use it in any variation of stuff. So yeah, these 2 right here. And yeah, that is it for the Synchron and friends. Just this right here. Nothing more, nothing less. Very standard in my opinion. And now for the card I was talking about, I did actually put back in Reborn Tengus. The theory behind this is, as long as I can have, because again, you can always get to your Jet Synchron for free if need be. And it's super cool because you can go summon this out, use the effect, or summon this out, and then this can combo with your Stardust Synchron, or your Revolution Synchron, or even your Jet Synchrons, you know what I mean? Or even your Assault Synchrons, you know what I mean? Like, this combos with all of these, so you know what I mean? So it's like, there has been many times where like, you have awkward levels on in your hand and like on your field, and it's like, damn, I really wish I had that level 4. Reborn Tango is actually perfect for that, you know what I mean? Because like he kind of fulfills that role. We stopped playing it because we started playing Fenrir and whatnot, because Fenrir is a better card than Reborn Tengu, of course. But with the banning of Baron de Fleur, Fenrir's usage kind of went down a little bit. It's still a good card, but just literally going summon out Fenrir effects, search out Fenrir, summon out Revolution Synchron, Synchro Summon, make Baron. Like, that's crazy. But I still think there is hope and space for Reborn Tengu. I think the card is nifty and neat, as my grandmother would say. So I'm trying them out. If you don't want to run Reborn Tengu and you want to run like tuning or something, you could definitely run tuning in here too. I do have my ulti still, so if I want to flex those, I can. But yeah, Reborn Tengu is pretty good still, in my opinion. This is just in theory like, yo, I don't want to brick, so I'm going to run this even more because, again, effect is not once per turn, and again, effect is mandatory. So you can actually chain block for a lot of stuff. So as long as you don't draw 2 of them, or, you know, as long as you have one in the freaking deck. Well, even if you don't have one, it still activates because it's a mandatory thing to activate. So, yeah, 3 Reborn Tengu. And now other friends, like we just said before, Fenrir, 50 card list. So yeah, these two are pretty much best friends, bro. Like they essentially do the exact same thing by replacing themselves, if that makes sense. So like 3 and 3, so 6. So again, you have more non-tuners, so you don't brick. These are the main ones. These are the main tuners that you do have aside from the hand trap. So like sometimes you can brick off of not having a non-tuner. You know what I mean? So having these in here for the extenders is super viable. So 3 Reborn and then 3 Cash Tier Fenrir. And then for more extender, obviously what makes this deck super good is 3 Deal Bellstar, the Black Witch. Yeah, just like literally these 9 right here are mainly for, so I don't, you know, brick. This is what these are for. These 2 alone are full combo, which I'll show you at the end of the video. But imagine having these here too. And again, even if you draw multiple of Reborn Tengus, you can pitch it off of your Black Witch, you know what I mean? So like, in theory, these 9 are to help you not brick because, bro, I'm telling you, like, you can get past the perfect board, but it's just, oh, I'm missing that one piece. If you're a Synchron player, you know what I'm talking about, bro. So yeah, just 3, 6, 9, I think they're super nice to have, and I wouldn't change them at all. And I'm starting to really like Reborn Tengu, like the more I talk about him a lot more. And then obviously this is a adventure deck, so we are rocking the 3 Water Enchanters and then obviously the 1 Griffin Rider. Yeah, this is just mandatory, and again, more extenders, and it's just part of the whole gimmick of this deck. It makes it super well. So again, you can draw any variation of these, even this one, and you can still kind of combo with it because you can summon this for free. Let's get you into everything. And again, if you see Fenrir plus Black Witch plus this, it's even better for combo. But again, if you only just see these 2, full combo. You know what I mean? Not and like again, you're running all of these because it's like if I open up with Fenrir plus Temple, it's not full combo, but I can still put up a board to kind of negate my opponent and or interrupt them. You know what I mean? Because there's no way to get a tuner on the field unless you open up with a tuner in here or one of the many spell cards or Black Witch. You know, because Black Witch does get you the other tuner, if that makes sense. So yeah, just these. That's it for the monsters, or the main deck monsters. Now it's just hand traps, which very basic. Just 3 Ash Blossom, Joyous Spring, 3 Effect Veiler because we like Veiler. Shout out Yusei, my boy. And then 3 Imperm, the best hand trap in the entire game. Yeah, just I was actually playing 12 hand traps before, but again, I cut out 3 of them, which was the Ghost Belt for Reborn Tengu, because I did notice myself that I was kind of breaking a little bit on too many tuners. So I think these 9 are just fine. If you want to play more, you definitely can. Or again, if you want to take out Reborn Tengu for tuning, you can also do that too, because there's sometimes where I wish I did have a tuner to my hand, a specific one, so I can actually play the game properly. And or you can maybe, off of tuning, you could possibly mill your Water Enchanters, and then that's still full combo, so then you have 4 Foolish Burials, if that makes sense, you know what I mean? So yeah, but yeah, these hand traps, I think these are the most impactful for this meta. You know, Ash hits everything, really hits a lot of stuff, and then Impermanence is the best one ever. So yeah, if you want to run more hand traps, please feel free to, but me, I'm testing out these 9, and so far they are working out tremendously. So yeah, that is it for those monsters. Now for the spells, because the only chart you're running is just the Imperms. 3 Triple Tactics Talents, bro. I like playing this card at 3 because, again, this is the hand rip or hand loop build. So therefore, I can take out 4 cards out of your hand for free. And it's like, if you interact with me in any way during my main phase, I tactics you, bro. I tactics you and I take out a card out of your hand. 9 times out of 10, I look at your hand. You know what I mean? So if you resolve tactics, you're ripping 4 cards out of your opponent's hand. So their starting turn, they'll only have 2 cards and you'll have like 3 negates on board. They're gonna lose unless it's just super poly. But even then, like, they can only fuse like 2 things, and then like they'll make either a Garuba or a Mud Dragon. Whoa, you know what I mean? So yeah, 3 of these. If you want to run this card at just 2, you could definitely do that too. But again, this is a 50 card list. So again, I'm trying to see this as much as possible in my opening hand, because again, for certain hands, you will usually lose to just 1 well-timed hand trap, depending on the hand. Depends, because again, this deck can play through a good amount of hand traps and whatnot, but it's better if your opponent does not know what to like stop. And it's cool because like you can freestyle with this deck. It's super cool. So yeah, 3 of these. 3 Synchro Overtake, one of the best spell cards ever printed. This is literally fusion deployment, but for synchros, our only target is Jet Synchron, but that's all we need. We can recycle him as much as possible. So yeah, whenever I see this card plus right, I'm feeling good, bro. I'm feeling perfect. I'm feeling vinegar. You know what I mean? So yeah, 3 of these, just self-explanatory. You know it's good. Got to play it in here over the tuning. And then obviously 3 Wanted in here, because again, Wanted is super good because, yeah, like every time I see Wanted, I'm just like, okay, cool. This is a free level 1 tuner that I don't really have to like work for, if that makes sense. So I think Konami will actually hit this card to like 1 pretty soon. So if they do, it is what it is, bro. We can still play this deck just fine. You know what I mean? It's fine. So yeah, 3 of these. Then obviously rounded off is the 3 Rite of Amazier, and then obviously the 1 Draco back, and then the 1 Faithful Adventure. This engine is needed, and again, this card's super cool because you can actually bounce back a problematic card on your opponent's field, and then they kind of have to deal with this. So, and it's a good discard fodder, etc., etc. So yeah, this engine is needed because we are playing the adventure engine. So yeah, just 3 of those. For the 1-ubs, the 1 Foolish Burial, which I got my QCR. It's so nice, right? This is so cute, right? Look at this. So yeah, the 1 Foolish Burial, the 1 Illumination, the 1 Original Stuff of Spoils, because you gotta play it, Single Rumble, and then the 1 Call by the Grave. People are not running this card, which is, I think, is crazy. This card is super, super good, and it's part of the final combo, which you will show you. And it's a searchable monster reborn. I know what you're thinking, like, oh, bro, you can only summon out tuners or level 8 dragons. Sure, right? But most of your deck is tuners and level 8 dragons. So it's monster reborn, but searchable. You know what I mean? So yeah, that is it for the main deck. That's a solid 50 cards, bro. That sounds crazy, but bro, give it a try, bro. It's so good. Go on Dueling Book. You know, make this exact list if you want to. I mean, if you don't want to run this again, you could run tuning instead, but I kind of like this in here, bro. Just having that extra, like, okay, cool, I have the extra non-tuner. Because I never feel the, like, need to where I'm just like, oh my god, I need a tuner right now. I can always get to a tuner. But again, if you don't want to run this card and you want to run tuning instead, tuning is just as good in my opinion, because again, you can search for a tuner that you are missing and then possibly mill a water enchantress and then be good to go from there. So again, I'm just trying to like minimize the bad hands if I can. So yeah, that's it for those. Let's go on to the extra deck really quick. You know, cool field center. Gotta have their tokens. So got my 3 Yusei tokens, and then I got the 1 adventure token. Gotta have these, bro, at all times. Extra deck is pretty cool. Very basic, I guess you could say. Again, we are not running the... Ooh, pardon me. We're not running the Calamities build, because I do like that build. I think it's a little bit... It's cooler, sure, but I feel like that build will lose to Super Poly a lot more than like this version does. So for the synchros, everything is synchron here. So for the 4 Arclight, gotta get this QCR still. I'm kind of waiting. So yeah, 1 Arclight for the 4. That's it for the 4s. For the 5s, 1 Excel, 1 Speeder QCR. You know, got it. You got to flex a little bit. And then the 1 Jet Warrior. I'm not running Librarian because again, there's not like. Librarian is not a bad card by any means in this deck, because I get it, you draw cards and you can draw into your hand traps, but I feel like Librarian in this deck is a little bit awkward to kind of summon when you're trying to go for like a lot more things, if that makes sense. Like, on paper, yes, you want to run that card, and it's not a bad card. You can still run it in here if you really want to, but I've never really felt the like need to where I'm just like, oh my god, I gotta have that card on the field first before I do anything else. Because like, again, it gets very awkward, bro, and like you fill up your field super fast and easy, if that makes sense. So yeah, I just think the card is kind of it's very awkward. It's not a bad card, but it's awkward. If you want to run it in here, go for it. There's another card you can take out for the Librarian. Like, if you want to take out this, you can, because I don't summon this too often, but you can summon this if you really need to. You know what I mean? Which, again, you can literally go normal summon out. No, you can go Synchro Overtake first, get your Jet Synchron, right? Then you can literally normal summon out your Temple Enchantress. Boom. This makes this Enchantress effect. You want to search out your right, activate right, do what you got to do, use Jet Synchron, summon it out, make speeder. Like, that is the whole point of having Herald in here, because again, you need a lot of different ways to go into your speeder if you can / need be. You know what I mean? So yeah, just I think Herald is too good to take out, and it's a very good I'm gonna get what you can summon out for free if need be. So, but again, if you're just like, yo, I gotta run the Hyper Librarian, it got that QCR, hey man, go right ahead. I'm not stopping you, you know? But me, I don't really think I need it. So 6 is obviously the one charge warrior. It's good to have it here. I never really summon it, but when I do summon it, it's just, you know, draw a card and then I climb, so can't take him out. And then obviously the one shooting Roger Dragon. This is literally only for Reborn Tengu. Reborn Tengu plus Revolution Synchron. That's how you make this card right here. And yeah, it's super cool, super good. It's one of those cards where it's like the Reborn Tengu line plus Revolution Synchron. That is a one card speeder. You know what I mean? You go normal summon Reborn Tengu, Synchro summon into this. Tengu effect goes off, right? It's mandatory. Summon out another one. And you can either use this to send a Stardust Synchron from your deck to graveyard, then make this a level, you know, make a level whatever you want to do. Yeah, you know, and then you can bring back Revolution Synchron, and then like it's just a one, it's just a one card speeder. Because the main goal for this deck is to get into speeder, as you know. That is your best card in the extra deck, and that gets everything going. Once you resolve speeder, you pretty much win. And again, Nib does not stop this deck. We don't care about Nib because we are playing Access or XL Stardust. So yeah, for the 8s, 1 Stardust, you do got to play Stardust, and then obviously the 1 XL Stardust. Again, it's one of those cards where like you do need it, and this card changed this deck for the better. You need this card. These 2 in here are definitely needed and mandatory. So, yep, that's it for those. For the other 8s, the 1 Omega, I did get my QCR. It's really nice. I like it a lot, actually. Omega looks super pretty. 1 Omega, and then rounding off the 8s is obviously the 1 Crystal Wing. Didn't get this one either, but I will pretty soon. Yeah, but that's it for the 8s right there. And again, you go for these combos all the time. So, that's it for those. For the 9s, just 1, which is the 1 Trishula. Again, I'm going to get a QCR, don't worry, but yeah. Trishula is part of the hand loop combo, and you go into her every single game. And it's even better if you are going second, because your opponent will have a more established board, so then you can banish a card from the field, grave, and hand, non-targeting. So this card can get rid of certain cards on your opponent's field and whatnot. So yeah, her. And then for the 10s, we are playing the 1 Crystal Clear Wing Synchro Dragon. Really good. We are playing the 1 Black Winged Assault Dragon. Very good for the combo. 1 Disbatter, and then the 1 Crimson Dragon to round it off, which you summon these normally, believe it or not, even this, yes, and then you summon this off of your Crimson Dragon. And again, I'm going to show you guys the super cool combo, BRB. Okay, this is the combo. It's just these 3 cards, any variation of these 3 cards, and again, I guess to kind of keep it in mind, yes, your opponent's not gonna have any hand traps for this combo, but it does play under Nib. I'm just showcasing you guys what this deck can do, because we're saying this because I get comments saying like, that combo's bad because it'll lose to an impermanent. Just like, bro, I'm just showcasing what the combo can do. So anyways, during the draw phase, you do want to go for your wanted here. You want to search out your Black Witch. Here she is, waifu right here. Konami knew what they was doing when they made her, bro. Next, you're going to want to special out your Fenrir, the main phase. Now you're going to go affect the Fenrir, and you're going to go search out the another copy of your Fenrir. Now, before you even summon the Black Witch, very important, you go for your right first, right? Summon your right. Then you will get... Where the heck is it? Oh, here it is. Faithful Adventure. Boom. Now you have these two. Next, now, if you want, you can send this to the graveyard, your Fenrir, summon out your Black Witch. And if you're scared of Ghost Ogre, you can go Chain Link 1, right, or Faithful Adventure, then Chain Link 2 right here. So then now you can set this first setting, and then you're going to want to search. Because again, even if they Ghost Ogre this card right now, the combo is still the same. And it's actually better because you're actually making a lot more room for yourself, if that makes sense. Now, you can keep this in your hand if you want to. Equip it, doesn't really matter. Because, again, we're not going to have enough room to actually do anything. So, yeah. Anyways, we're going to go Sinful. Oh, sorry. No. We're going to go Faithful Adventure, actually. You keep this in your hand. Then we're going to go search for... Where's he at? Griffin Rider. And now we're going to go pitch Faithful Adventure. Effect, equip to that. Because we needed a card to actually discard for free. Now we're going to go activate, summon out Griffin Rider. And again, if you notice, if you counted, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the fourth summon. So again, if your opponent is playing Nib and you're so worried about Nib, you're playing up Nib because we do have a Omni-Negate for Nib. Not a big deal. So anyways, back to it. Next, you're going to go Original Spoils. Send her to the graveyard, or this does not really matter in the slightest. And then you will summon out... Where's he at? Where you at, buddy? Ah, here it is. Your Jet Synchron for free. Now, Synchro summon these two together. Because again, you want to make room. And then you will summon out Assault. Or sorry, Axel. Axel effect, you're going to bring back your Jet Synchron here. And it's up to you if you want to chain the effect to actually get your Junk Savant. But in my opinion, this is better if you don't, because you do have to kind of mill certain cards, and you don't want to mill a certain card. So, yeah. And if you're asking like, yo, why didn't you just send the Draco back instead? If you sent this instead, then you wouldn't have enough room for Speeder, because Speeder, you got to bring out the other monsters. You know what I mean? So it's definitely better if you do it this way. So anyways, with here, you're going to go Effect, Tribute, and then you will summon out... Oh, ooh. Stardust up here, and then while he's on the field, Synchro summon these two together. So boop, boop, boop. And then you will summon out your Speeder. And now, with the Speeder effect, you can summon out 3 things here instead of just 2. Because again, if you were to just tribute this, you would still have like this on the field instead. And then you would only summon out 2 of the Synchrons, and you need 3, not 2. You need 3. So with that, we're gonna summon out Stardust, Revolution, and Assault. You need these 3 specifically. On summon, you're gonna go Stardust effect, and you will get your Illumination here. Again, that's why you want to clear out that. So now that this is here, super cool. You do not want to shotgun this because you want some monster for free. This is done. This is dead. You don't really need this anymore. And again, if they want to nib you right now, that's totally fine. These 2 will stay because they'll be unaffected by everything. So anyways, we're going to Synchro summon these 2 first. Then you will summon out your first boss monster, which is your Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. So he's in the field right now. Now that you have the extra room, you can go for the Illumination here, and then you will summon out, here she is, Trail, which is actually your Akiza, believe it or not. And now, what I like to actually do, Synchro summon these 2 first. So Stardust Synchron and then Stardust Trail. Synchro summon these 2 first. And then you will go for your Omega, right? With the Omega, banish first. So you can banish a card out of their hand, it can become a piece, right? But it's very important you do this first because now they have a card banished on their field or possession, I guess you could say. Now Synchro summon your Assault and your Stardust Dragon, these 2 together. Then you will summon out the Dispatter here. And now again, since they do have a card banish, this card is actually live to negate a monster effect. So if they had another hand trap, whatever, you can negate it. But anyways, you're going to use the effect here, bring back the Omega effect again. So that's already 2 cards out of their hand. So they have 3 cards starting so far, right? But we're not done just yet. Now we're going to actually tribute the Crystal Wing. I know, crazy, I know. And we're going to summon out Stardust Synchron, and then we're going to use effects in the graveyard. So we're going to go Trail effect, and then we're going to go Chain Assault Synchron effect. So train this, bring him right back, and summon out Trail, right? Super cool, super important that we do it this way. So now that's there, right? I know what you're thinking, like, oh, what do I do now? What do I do now? Like, Kamon's not done yet, bro. Now you're going to go your Illumination, banish it, and then you're going to increase this card's level by 1. So it's 5. So a 5 out of 7 makes 12. So Synchro summon these 2. This gets banished, of course. And then we will summon out Crimson Dragon. Crimson Dragon effect here. We will search for the Synchro Rumble. And again, so normally if you'd want to use Revolution Synchron, you can. But I don't want to do that just yet because I don't want to mill a certain card. So what we're going to do, we're going to actually banish this card right here to put this back to the bottom of our deck. And then we're going to draw a card here. Obviously shuffle. It doesn't really matter what we draw, but we don't want to draw a certain card. So cool. We drew Fenrir. It doesn't really matter. Not a big deal. Now, with the card we drew, we're going to discard it to summon out our Jet Synchron. And again, you would already have a card in your hand to discard, but I'm just showing you if you don't have it, you just have those 3. So your Jet Synchron. Now with these 2, Synchro summon them both together to summon out your XL. Since you did summon out a Synchron monster with Trail, this effect will trigger, and then you will summon out a little dragon token. Now with XL, use the effect, and you'll send Stardust Dragon from your deck to the graveyard. Stardust Synchron, sorry, which since we're cost, and you will raise this card's level by 4. So this card right now is level 9, which is very important. Next, you're going to go Crimson Dragon effect, target this card here, right? Bounce back Crimson Dragon. And then you're going to summon out, oops, your Trishula. Trishula effect will trigger, and then you can banish a card from your opponent's hand. So that's 3 cards banished already. But we're not done yet. Next, you want to Synchro summon these 2. So XL, this is a Tuner Synchro monster. And then the level 1 non-tuner monster. And you'll summon out your Black-Winged Assault Dragon. And yes, you can summon it this way because this does take 1 Tuner Synchro monster plus 1 non-tuner monster. So, yeah, you can summon this out for free if you want to. So, boom. But we're not done yet. Now we're going to go for the Synchro Rumble effect here. And then you will go for your Revolution Synchron here. Summon this out right here. And again, you still could have used this effect in the graveyard if you wanted to kind of bring it back. But again, I didn't want to kind of mill Stardust. But I guess you could have drawn into him too. So I guess that's the only kind of chance you could take. Anyways, so we're summon these 2 together. 9 and 3 make 12. Summon back out comes the dragon. And now we pass. During your opponent's turn, draw phase, you ask them if they have anything during the draw phase. If they say yes or no, you just go Crimson Dragon effect, target one of these, does not matter which one. Bounce this card back, summon this out right here. Boom, so now you have another Omni Negate. And then again, you do have your Omega coming back for later on, and you do have stuff in the graveyard, and you'll have 2 other cards in your hand that you did not use at all. So yeah, and again, your opponent will only have they started off with 4 cards. No, they have 5 cards. They're starting off with you banish 3. So they have 2. Yes, they're gonna have 3 cards in their hand. So these 3 alone can kind of deal with those 3 cards. A spell card, negate that. Monster effect, negate that. Monster effect, negate that. And they're getting burnt for it too. So you can win in time also. But yeah, then on your turn again, you draw a card. This comes back, those 2 come back, no big deal, and you can just do the same thing again. But this is pretty much a game right here. Your opponent can't really do much else. But anyways, hope you guys did enjoy that. Make sure you do like, comment, subscribe, share the video. I'll see you next time, man. Have an awesome one. Peace.